So welcome to this live stream. It's going to be recorded. If you're okay, please. If you're not okay with this, please leave. So anyway, so I have my buddy here.
Hello.
Yeah, that's his name. Hello, hello. Anyway, so we're going to be going over Eurofly, which all of you have already heard, but I'm going to try and to go through it from a beginner's point of view, even though, well, I'm not a beginner, even though I'm still on level 4, whatever, 3, I don't know. I call it level 3, even though it's level 4. They're leveling their system is a little bit on the weird side. So let us launch Eurofly, and we are going to start out with the options menu.
Eurofly.
I'm using NVDA, which is a screen reader that can be gotten from, oh boy, what's NVDA's new website now?
I think it's nvaccess.com, I think, or actually, let me see. Hold on.
So while he's checking that, let's launch Eurofly. And for the people who are sighted who are listening to this, I am visually impaired, and actually so is my buddy. We both do games on Xbox, but that's for another day. Right now, we're going to focus on Eurofly. So let's launch Eurofly here. You're going to get one of 2 intros.
Welcome to Eurofly. About Eurofly.
The other intro, actually, I like better, but this works. So
I went to nvaccess.com.
Okay.
I didn't know that you could shop through the website. There's just things like shop, donate.
I wonder if it's affiliated with Amazon. I hope that's the right site. Anyway.
Well, it's saying download NVDA.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, excuse me. So, you're going to hear a different voice than what you would normally hear in the menus. I'm using a modified. Okay. So I'm using a modified version of Eurofly. Thank you to, I guess we can call him Oren.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you to Oren for the modification. And if you want to know more, join the list. Because I'm not sure what I'm allowed to, distribute and what I'm not. So join the list. I can't really link to it, but if you go to...
Oh no, the list is public.
Oh, the list is public, yeah, but I can't remember the...
Oh yeah, it's a groups.io thing. I forgot it. It's like a group subscribe something. It's really weird.
Is it en-keysoft?
en-kissoft, I think.
Plus subscribe at groups.io,
yeah,
I think. If not, you can probably look for it at en-kissoft. Or is it KISSOFT? No, I think it's KISSOFT.
Yeah, just remember when you guys are putting in the address, just remember that. That'll help you to remember it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird, and we're not even sure if we're even saying it right.
Yeah, really. We might be botching it. So, Stefan, if we are botching it, especially because that's your name, please accept our apologies. I don't speak Slovak. Let me move my mic. Sheesh, I'm like breathing fireworks into it. So, this is the beauty of, live, you guys. This stuff just happens, and you just have to, adjust. So, we have the following.
About Eurofly. Blank.
About Eurofly, which, talks about the company and all of that fun stuff. Tasks, which you are assigned 90 tasks in order to be a pilot. I'm on task 36, which we will not be doing today, by the way. Well, not on this recording.
Free flight.
free
And
flight.
I've done all 90.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I am actually working on the redo of task. Well, RN did tasks 0 through 9. I did so far tasks 10 through 49. So I'm hoping you got that link. All right. So so free flight, which you can go from anywhere to anywhere using any plane that you have unlocked. We'll get to that in a minute. Atlas, which will let you walk through the maps. Now, I think you who are using the beta might hear map. You might not hear it, but just know that this is the equivalent therein. Profiles. This will let you create a new profile. Let's say you're doing a demo and you don't want to ruin yours. You can create a new profile. By the way, if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter, ask me any questions because I don't have the Twitch chat open at all. It is at KE7ZUM. That's @ Kilo Echo 7 Zulu Uniform Mike. Because I don't have the Twitch chat open, I don't really feel like starting it and connecting and trying to fight with it. And Twitter is going to be the best to get a hold of me anyway. Even if something breaks, that's probably the quickest way, mostly.
Default voice.
Default voice. Now, the person Oren recorded these prompts. So default voice will actually let you switch from NVDA to narrator. You can also hit
Alt Y or Control. I think it's Alt or Control Y while you're in the game.
One of those. I actually don't remember what it is. I did it once. That was a few weeks ago. So if your game crashes, you can actually switch that way. If your screen reader crashes, I hope it will read. I haven't tested it. I hope. I don't want to test that when I'm in the air. Options, which we will go through. Test speakers is just a simple way to test your speakers to see if they're working. Add-ons. We'll let you download towers, ground, stewardesses, and in 4 different languages right now.
It's actually Czech. Now it's in, I think, Czech, Slovak, English, and I think they have a couple Spanish ones as well.
Nice. So yeah, 4 languages. Hey, you could submit some in Spanish if you really wanted to. Yeah. Now, since English is my only language, I only have one in English, which you guys aren't going to hear on this recording at all. In fact. Because I hate hearing myself, and I messed up on one of the prompts and kept it. We won't go there. We just won't. We just won't.
About the app.
And that's it. About the app. Exit. Okay, so
About the add-on test options.
Let's go to options. We have several tabs, and some of them do need correcting. I hope he corrected these.
Options. Tab control. General property page user data path Eurofly. User data path read only. Selected Eurofly.
So the first is a path. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to tab.
Change.
I can change that if I really wanted to, which I'm not going to do that.
Profile manager.
I can manage my profile. I can create a new one if I really wanted to. You're going to, by the way, create a new profile upon startup. You'll just hit enter. It will do whatever it needs to do, and it should take no more than about maybe a minute to create that profile. This is back in the regular menu, so you can actually look at your profiles here.
No, actually.
No? I thought...
I'm going to correct you. Well, that is for your profile, but that is where you would go to register your profile on the server, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For the online component.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And thank you. It's been like a month. So, yeah, you can... This game is playable online. It's also playable offline. Now, what we don't know right now is if I go off the grid, which I'm not going to try, is once I get back online, if it will just sync my progress.
Now, what's going to be cool when she's doing her free flight, I might be jumping a little bit ahead, but I'm just going to let you guys know because this is where the online aspect is going to come in. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to actually follow her and I'll be able to show you guys like the communicator, the traffic, because since we're both flying basically to the same location, then what'll happen is it should show me and her both in the same space. And there's also a website component, which is it's already live for testers, not for the public yet, but it is live.
Yeah.
And that'll also even show you the time and date that the person took off and when they arrived.
If they arrived.
If they arrive, if they don't go off the radar.
Yeah. Like I did yesterday when I nosedived right into the ground twice. Oh, and then the second time I forgot to actually add fuel to the tank.
Oh yeah, you did. I did that once too. Don't worry. I laughed at. Oops.
Why is my takeoff so? Yeah, my takeoff speed's wrong. Oh no. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll be quiet now.
So what we So what we that's going to be fun. Now I do have to choose a plane with traffic and with the appropriate stuff. Now I'm not going to be going by the timetable, even though I'm going to have to do that eventually. I'm not going to be doing that, although I probably should, maybe, just because. Well, no, I would advise you guys to turn it off until you guys probably become full-fledged pilots. Just don't go by the timetable. But if you guys really want to, you can. All right.
Distance format. American miles checked.
Distance format. We have American miles and
Metric kilometers checked.
metric kilometers, otherwise known as SI. I'm going to change it
American miles checked.
back to American miles.
Add minus word before negative numbers not checked.
Add minus word before negative numbers. I'm not going to do that because I think my screen reader is going to take care of it.
Check for updates after startup check.
Check for updates after startup. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that because I'm not launching via the launcher.exe because right now there's a little bit of a bug where, well, that I'm hoping that they will fix.
API key for weather informations.
So, that is something new. You can go to a website, which they will give you, and you can now get real-time weather at your starting and ending locations and throughout the flight. You have 500 API calls a day, so don't jam out on the Shift W keystroke. Otherwise, you will do what a friend of mine did. Not that kind of jam.
Never mind.
Not that kind of jam.
Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, otherwise you will do what a friend of mine did. He locked himself out of the weather database temporarily. So
By the way, that wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me either. It was a friend of ours who you might get to hear in the game. Maybe. You might.
At the new airport, start with real weather checked.
So at the new airport, start with real weather. I can talk.
Get API key.
Get API key.
Status monitor. Selected high sped NASDIRR.
Status monitor is only for Braille users. I'm hoping that a Braille user who actually has used this can actually comment on this because I don't have a Braille display. But basically, all the info that you would hear, I think you're going to see on the Braille display.
And it updates supposedly in real time.
That's what we've been told, but you know, I don't have a Braille display to test with.
Fortunately, mine's broken, but if not, I would have tested it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get me an Orbit reader, and then we can test it. But
let me think about that just for 2 seconds. No. I'm not even getting me one. Not until they fix some issues. But yeah, no. I'm hoping, no, seriously though, all joking aside, I'm really hoping that's been tested.
Okay.
So we have okay.
Cancel. Tab control. General selected.
So now we have
Map selected.
maps. I am using a different set of maps. I might actually try.
Map source. Map property page. Geonames checked.
So we have geonames
OpenStreetMaps
and
checked.
OpenStreetMaps. There are some issues with OpenStreetMaps that they are trying to fix, that he's trying to fix. I'm going to see if actually they're solved. A restart is going to happen when I change. but I'll do that later.
Decimal number separator. Comma checked.
Decimal number separator is comma.
If there are too many results, show the list checked.
If there are too many results, show the list. I don't know if I've had that happen yet.
Show list if it is more than multi-line. Selected 3.
Show list if it is more than 3.
Synchronize movement and view in manual view not checked.
Synchronize movement.
Synchronize movement and view in manual view not checked.
In view and manual view. Do we actually know what this does yet?
I think that's when you're using the map.
Oh, okay.
0 position. 0
And
is
I'm
north
going to
checked.
leave all of this alone. This has to do with your compass.
Compass appear. OK. Cancel. Tab control. FLYGHT selected.
Ah, that's supposed to be FLIGHT. I thought they fixed that. Anyway.
FLYGHT property page. Range of airport 1. Me.
Range of-
Multi-line.
Range of
Selected
airport
12.
1 is 12 miles.
Range of airport 2. Me. Multi-line. Selected 22.
Is 22 miles.
Range of airport 3. Me. Multi-line. Selected 31.
Is 31.
Range of capitals. Me. Multi-line. Selected 22.
Do we know what these do? I'm just leaving these alone.
I don't know. I really don't. I'm really confused because he never touched on that.
No.
He's really vague on that.
Unfortunately, yes. So we're going to leave that alone right now.
Range of points. Me. Multi-line. Selected 22.
I think these are points of interest. I'm going to leave that alone.
Navigation tone frequency multi-line. Selected 1.
Navigation tone frequency is 1.
Frequency of turbulent areas multi-line. Selected 12.
Frequency of turbulent areas is 12.
11. 12.
Is it 12 turbulences? Maybe?
I
Or
really
12
don't.
seconds?
I guess
Frequency
or
of
12.
turbulent areas.
I really don't know. It's
Frequency of
really
turbulent areas
weird.
and
I mean, I
multi-line.
left it the way that
12.
they are.
Frequency of turbulences.
And I'm looking with my cursor.
Frequency of turbulences edit multi-line. 400.
And I'm not seeing.
Navigation tone frequency multi-line. Selected 1. Frequency of turbulences multi-line. Selected 400. Frequency of turbulent areas multi-line. Selected 12. Frequency of little storms multi-line. Selected 12.
So little storms. These are fun, but what gets even more fun?
Start a new day in the hangar checked.
Start in a new day in a hangar, which I will be starting in the hangar today.
Fly according to the timetable not checked.
Fly according to the timetable. Turn this off when you first get the game, because if you don't really know what you're doing, it's going to get frustrating really quickly, and I found this out the hard way. I was saying things that are not printable here.
Display the arrival time in the navigation checked.
Display the arrival time in the navigation.
OK.
And OK.
Cancel. Tab control.
I thought there was a frequency for big storms and TCAS and all that stuff. wasn't there?
FLYGHT property page.
I
Range
don't
of
think
airport.
so.
Oh,
Volume selected.
volume.
Because
Volume
little
property.
storms are random.
That's true. The big
I
storms.
mean, no. The big storms are randomized.
Yeah, they're definitely random. Yikes. I hope I don't encounter one, by the way.
Volume property page. Music multi-line. Selected 2.
So music is set to 2.
0.
I'm actually going to turn that off.
Engines multi-line. Selected 30.
Engines are 30.
Aircrafts multi-line. Selected 40.
Aircrafts, which is the AI. We'll get to that.
Transmitters multi-line. Selected 79.
My transmitters are at 79.
80.
I'm going to change that to 80.
Airport multi-line. Selected 43.
I'm, by the way, up arrowing and down arrowing. I'm going to change that to 30. Now, I could enter numbers if I really wanted to, but I'm going to down arrow
33.
to
30.
30.
Weather multi-line. Selected 30.
My weather is set to 30.
Towers multi-line.
My towers
Selected 80.
are 80. These are in percentages. Sheesh, I can talk.
Stewards multi-line. Selected 40.
My steward is set to 40.
Tones multi-line.
Oh,
Selected
by
100.
the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to hear these before you actually go into the game and, play with your volume settings, you can if you hit space and you just go up and down and you'll be able to hear the volume change in case if you want to
Stewards multi-line.
For
preview
example,
what it's going to sound like.
let's go to stewards and hit space.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard a Eurofly aircraft. We will be taking off in a few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
And it'll loop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
So I can
aboard
lower
a
this.
Eurofly aircraft. We will
30,
be taking
31,
off in a few minutes.
28,
Please fasten your seatbelts.
24,
Thank you.
28.
Ladies and gentlemen,
30.
welcome aboard a Eurofly aircraft.
I just hit space to stop.
Tones multi-line.
Tones will sound like this. And we'll get to what those are in a minute.
OK. Tab control. System selected.
System.
Systems property page. Joystick mode not checked.
Joystick mode. If you have a joystick, which I don't, you can use this. Don't ask me how it works because, well, I have an Xbox controller, but I'm not about to try flying with Eurofly. Not with an Xbox controller, not yet.
Use intercom checked.
Use intercom. What does that do?
I believe that's for your messages, I think.
My communicator?
Mm-hmm. Or no. That's no. That's the thing on the plane that you can hold F11, I think, or F something, and you can talk to the passengers.
But they don't really react, I don't think.
They don't. I wish they did.
That'd be nice. But I'm gonna actually shut that off.
Not checked. Active tower checked.
Active tower checked. Now, this I'm gonna leave on because it does make it a bit more real. Although it might make your passengers sick. But I have been on flights, and I'm sure you have too, where you're going up and down like a roller coaster and you feel like you're gonna vomit. Yeah, and that's not turbulence. That's a control tower telling them to rise and descend for some really bizarre reason. We don't know why. We just follow directions, you know.
Obligatory to follow tower instructions not checked.
Obligatory to follow tower instructions. If you check this, the tower will keep bugging you and bugging you and bugging you. You get the point.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller storms checked.
Smaller storms checked.
Large storms checked.
Large storms checked.
Turbulence is checked.
Turbulence is checked.
Turbulent areas checked.
Turbulent areas checked.
TCA checked.
TCAS, that is new. Your traffic collision alert system, TCAS. I really hope I don't have to go over that because I always end up plowing into the ground. Rise! No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I always end up plowing myself into the ground.
Critical events checked.
Critical events. I have had a few already. They are scary. We might go over SOS landing, although do I really want to blow my SOS landing for the day? Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Now, here's the... you have one SOS landing you can do yourself. You have... if the system, though, makes you do an SOS landing, and if you make it, that won't count against your one.
Tab control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm going to...
Warning dialog. You have changed the map source. The change will only occur when the program is started again. Eurofly.
So
Now
let's
keep in mind, all of these you can
Unknown.
turn these, like let's say that you
Folder.
are very, 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 very inexperienced yet and you really are a beginner, I
Blank.
would turn some of these off until you're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Now once you become good, I mean, unless if you really
Welcome
want
to
to
Eurofly.
challenge and you really want to try it with everything,
Eurofly.
go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. We're not, it's... but,
Just like, yeah.
I am kind of, sort of experienced with TCAS, although I do plow into the ground every once in a while when I'm not paying attention.
Pull up, pull. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, I had a mod on Eurofly, the older version, that when you would start going down, you'll pull up, pull up, terrain ahead.
Oh, cool!
I think it was one of Declan's sound mods, I think.
I think Declan is, working on one for this one, I hope. Yeah, I think he is, according to a list that we're on. It's just a group that we're on. I think me and like 30 others. This is not an email list, so unfortunately I can't really give out, any links or anything like that. Just in case. So, let us do a free... Let's see. No, wait, did I miss anything? Wait, yes,
No, I think.
well, the add-ons.
Oh, yeah, those...
Those work.
Yeah.
But, it's a little weird. Let's pretend that we're gonna...
Exit about app add-ons.
Add-ons.
So, I went to add-ons, and I hit enter. I'm gonna hit down arrow.
Installed. 10. Collapsed.
That was fast. So,
Available. 48. Collapsed.
available 48.
Installed. 10.
Now, I don't have that many installed
Available.
because I don't want
Expanded.
to.
Towers. 32.
So I
Collapsed.
have 32 towers.
Stewards. 14. Collapsed. Ground controllers. 2. collapsed, check, Slovak,
Oh.
ground controllers,
No,
2,
nothing new in English,
collapsed,
okay.
steward, expanded, check, Slovak, Spanish, ground controllers, 2, collapsed, Spanish, stewards,
Oh,
14,
wow.
expanded,
I can download the Spanish stewards too if I really wanted to.
Sí, por favor, siéntense en sus sillas bien calmaditos, por favor. No, just kidding.
I take it you've heard them?
No, I haven't, but I know what they'll say because I've flown on flights with Spanish crew before.
Nice. Well, you know
I
what?
kind of.
check, 4,
Yeah.
Slovak, Spanish, 8,
Let's
collapsed,
actually download
expanded,
some of these and install them.
Corona, Deal, line, James Lopez,
Let's download James Lopez. I'm going to hit
download,
download, and you'd think that it would download it. Well, actually what it does
press, Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Edge window,
is
stop,
take you to your browser,
notification toolbar,
and
Run.
let's see.
save,
I'm going to save it.
dismiss, notification text, running security scan, notification text, Stu ES James Lopez Eurofly.exe finished downloading,
Okay. Now I'm going to close Edge,
add-ons,
and I'm going to close the
donate, open downloads, close,
add-on center. And now you can open the download center. Let's say you got a notification that there are new airports from someone, or the email list, or whatever. You can download the airports file. You click that, and you click Save Target, and you replace the airport file, which I have now forgotten the extension, but that's actually pretty easy if you're running the portable, which I do recommend.
open down, close,
About
Eurofly,
Eurofly.
So
blank,
Exit.
let's exit
Unknown.
Eurofly. I'm going
Run
to
dialog type.
go to my downloads.
tech, downloads,
And no, the reason why I'm not going over any keystrokes, you guys, is because, in terms of like navigating Windows, is because that's not the focus of this tutorial. So that's why I'm kind of going quickly through this section, because, you know,
Stu and William,
don't need to.
Stu ES James, Stu and William RRN dots, Stu ES James Lopez,
Okay, so I'm going to hit enter.
window dial, items, installer language dialog, please
Oh,
select,
nice! The malware scan thingy didn't come up. Cool.
Stuart James
Oh, the
Lopez for Eurofly
prompts.
1.0 setup dialog, Nullsoft install system, property page space required, show details, finish Alt plus F, downloads,
Okay, so
unknown,
let's launch Eurofly
Folder.
again.
program compatibility assist, unknown,
Oh, come on.
folder, blank,
I was hoping you guys would hear the other intro, but that's alright.
Welcome to Eurofly.
loading OpenStreetMap,
Eurofly.
So, I actually have to wait until these are loaded. This can take a while.
I'll install these later, but I am downloading Catalina.
Nice, Caitlin.
Yeah, we need Sarah as a stewardess.
No. Not me.
Oh, no, you'd be cool.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eurofly Air Flight. We'll be taking off shortly.
You need
Yeah.
some more. You need to go to Starbucks before work.
Remember, I'm an amateur radio operator. Identification confirmed.
Hmm.
So, we are going to be doing a free flight, and I'm actually going to be using a modified aircraft rather. And I'm really hoping that there will be no bugs. Should I use my modded aircraft? No. Not the one that the mechanic gave me the new
Fine.
for. I could, but... I'll be right back. While I'm gone, do you want to talk about the new... What's new in terms of free flights and stuff?
Sure. Basically, in free flights, what they have new right now, it's actually, you can now, when you unlock the new planes, you can now use them in free flight. You can use modded planes in free flight as well. The lists for the airports and such load a little bit faster. I'm just relaunching my game here because mine crashed when I went into free flight. for some odd reason. Oh, and I'm getting the other intro. Cool. Actually, no, I'm not. I got the same one as Sarah. Oops. Okay, oh well. But yeah, it basically free flight. What it is you get to fly. You get to pick. Like, let's say you want to go. I don't know. Let's say Las Vegas International to, let's say, Miami, for instance, or to Orlando. You can literally get your plane and you can go ahead and load up your passengers. We'll go over that in a couple of seconds here. And you can literally do a free flight to Orlando or Vegas, or like I did one today from Miami to Tallahassee. And it was about 2 hours real time, an hour. The plane I was using was a Caravan, but I did make the company some money, because you do make money once you reach a certain level. You are able to make money for them, virtual money, not real money, but you can make virtual money for them, and it'll go into the company. And it's really good. It's really cool. Really awesome. You have to be careful, that you don't crash or anything. And you cannot turn on your turbo. The minute you turn on your turbo, like if you're gonna go like really fast because it's a long flight or whatever, it won't count. So you have to literally do it in real time. So if you don't have time to dedicate to do a flight, you might as well start doing little short flights. Because you can do, of course, the longer the flight, the more hours you're gonna get, and the more stuff you're gonna do. I think there's gonna be like a thing that if you do, I think it's like 10,000 hours or something, or 1,000 hours or something of flight time. I think you get something. I don't know. They're gonna do something with that. So it's gonna be tracking your hours. I've already flown, I don't know how many kilometers already. Probably. But let me start. Let me see if I can go to free flight again. So yeah, I'm already in the airplane list. So I don't know what she's gonna pick. I guess I can pick the 737, and then if anything I can just change it. But as a matter of fact, let me see. Let me go to the website for a second. I'm just on the website right now. And I'm gonna go to pilots. Okay. Oh. I think there's like some new people. Let's see. Oh. I'm looking for myself. Oh. $8,800. Let's see. $8,817 kilometers. So,
All right, guys.
yeah, I've done
Sorry,
a lot
I'm,
of flying.
Had to take care of something. Oh boy. So, free flights. So he basically went over what that is, and the company and the assets and everything. This is not live yet.
Yeah, we're not doing too good right now.
Oh, okay.
We're not doing. I've already done 11 hours though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How many have I done?
Oh, I haven't checked, and that list is really big.
I know, and it's not an ABC order either.
But yeah, basically I went over a little bit of free flights. I went over the money system. I went over what else did I go? I looked at the website a little bit. I haven't given it out yet because it's
let's not because it might change.
fully change, you know.
Yeah, no, it might change.
But what plane are you thinking of choosing?
Maybe the
I mean, I don't wanna-
747 flight factor? Is it the flight factor?
I think that's the one that you usually used.
Well, for the tasks, I'm using the one that my mechanic modified. But this time I'm going to use...
OBS Studio 16 of 25.
Whoops.
OBS Studio 2. Skype trademark 6. Titles and
I mean,
games.
I'm not jumping
Eurofly row
ahead,
1
I
column
just
4.
wanted to know if I
OBS
could
Studio
choose
2 0.
mine.
Eurofly row
Yeah.
1 column
So
blank.
let's do a free flight. Now, if you were doing a task, you would hit enter on tasks, and you could view your task with Shift plus... with Shift plus A. And then you can know your route with Control Enter once you start. Now, that's going to be very useful because in some of these tasks you're going to have to avoid countries. Now, we're not going to be telling you how to complete the tasks because that's your job to figure out. But we will be going over the compass a little bit.
Tasks.
So,
Free flight.
free flight.
List blank.
Now you'll notice, let's see.
Boeing 737 P. Boeing 747 PMDG. Warsaw Show. Boeing 757. Boeing 757 flight factor. Reno.
Actually, let's...
Boeing 700 blank.
Oh, no, let's use the flight factor. Let's use the Boeing 757.
Boeing 757 flight factor. Reno. Boeing 700 and Eurofly.
So,
Blank.
this thing was in Reno. Actually, you know what? Let's return it back to where it belongs. So, now, if I hit my K and my L key for latitude and longitude respectively.
Hang.
I hear hang for both of them. Now, that doesn't mean I'm in the air. I'm hanging upside down in the air.
What airport are you at now?
Reno.
Reno.
I think.
Okay, so I'm assuming.
I think. How do I... Oh, wait.
Free flight. Airport.
Do
Reno,
shift
Nevada.
shift
2.
F8.
Airport.
Oh, I was gonna-
Reno, Nevada. 2. Blank.
I just did...
blank.
it's a category 2? Okay. I did Control Enter.
Where are you at?
Reno?
Reno. Let me go over there.
If I do a Shift F8...
Nevada, Reno. 0 miles 90 left.
So, I hear that I'm in the hangar. Now we have a lot of new things to go over. This plane, as you notice, is very, very quiet. It is what we like to call in the cold and dark state.
Mm-hmm.
Very cold right now, actually, in Reno. Can I even check the weather yet?
Nevada, Reno. 0 miles 90
think
left.
you can.
Broken clouds, temperature 9, pressure 1016, humidity 23, visibility 16,093, a slight wind northern, 7
How
miles per
cold
hour.
is it?
9 degrees Celsius.
Uy. Hey, Google. How much is 9 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
9 degrees Celsius equals 48.2 degrees.
Oh, girl. I hope this guy's wearing his jacket or something. I hope he's not in his tank top and a t-shirt.
Right. And we're flying to my home. Literally. My airport, anyway. So...
Oh, okay.
So, and this will give us an opportunity to... It's a 55-minute flight, if all goes well. If. Now, there's a new thing which we're going to talk about, but which I cannot demo yet because it's not working properly. I can add multiple destinations to this. Let's say I add 4 destinations to this. It's going to overshoot all of the airports until I arrive at my final destination and then I land. So don't use that right now. It's not working correctly. So what we need to do first is open the hangar door
Blank.
with Control O. Oh, I can, by the way,
Blank.
check to see if the hangar door is closed with O.
Hangar closed.
If I'm out, normally O will present me a list of something. I'm not really sure what that does, but it presents me a list of latitude, longitude thingies. I just don't know. I don't know what that does. But the reason I chose this
Food.
plane...
Oh, I'm just kidding.
The reason I chose this plane was because this plane, I'll be able to do everything in it. I'm not going to use a Cessna because I can't do everything in it. I can't show the traffic. I can't show... Well, I don't have the timetable because we're not using it. So let's open
Blank.
the hangar door with Control O. Now, I am facing... Whoops. I need to turn on my flight management computer.
Flight management computer on.
Blank.
Well,
West.
yeah, there we go. So I did that with a Control-Shift-K. That is a toggle.
Flight management computer off. Flight management computer on.
All right. And the next thing... Oh, wait a minute. There is a ventilation sound that someone gave us. Did you get that?
I haven't gotten it yet, but I'll get it later on.
Oh, well, I don't want to play with it right now because then I have to replace stuff and... Yeah. So, there are 2 sets of frequencies that you have to memorize. This is the first new thing. Ground, for when you're on the ground, and tower, or approach, when you are in the air and coming in for a landing. So, I'll go over all the keystrokes, and believe me, I can do all this faster than I can speak. So, let's turn on the transponder so I can squawk when it comes time.
On.
And then let's turn on the radio with Control F.
On.
Frequency.
So you hear
Control
set,
Shift F.
Control Shift F, yeah. Control Shift F and Control Shift T will
Blank.
turn the transponder on, and the radio will turn the radio on and the transponder on, or the radio off and the transponder off, respectively.
Ground 116,6 approach 1.
So
Enter frequency.
I'm gonna so I
Blank.
hit Alt plus F, and I'm gonna enter
6 dot.
116.6, I think it was.
6. Eurofly.
SK737. Here's ground. Welcome.
So we have intro, thank you very much. So, to start your engines, it is end for the, page down for the right engine and page up for the left. I have my volume set to 30 because 80 and 100 is way too loud, at least for this plane, and the plane sounds like this.
Engaged. Engaged.
All right. Listen to that engine. I just hope we don't have any failures. I'm going to do 2 free flights, starting from the same place. I'm going to do 1 complete free flight, and then I'm going to do an SOS landing.
By the way, the reason why I haven't done anything on mine yet, the only thing I've done is I've turned on the radio and the transponder is because I'm not at the hangar anymore. I'm actually at the parking position because I've already done a flight today.
Oh, nice. That's right.
So I don't have to do that.
I do. So, you have a limit of speed that you can go at the airport, which is 62 miles an hour. Translate that into kilometers and you'll be fine if you're in the kilometer system. I'm using miles. I'm gonna turn off my brakes. I'm gonna release my brakes with B.
Off.
Do not, under any circumstances, turn on your brakes when going 62 miles an hour. I can show what happens, but you won't like it. So, yeah, that's basically what happens. You break your landing gear. So, so now, when I hit the tab key...
Navigation. List.
I have navigation. It's empty right now. It will be filled up in a minute. I'm going to hit tab again.
Multi-line.
So, now we have traffic. This can actually be fun. We have... planes that are in, I'm gonna call it our company. So if I down arrow,
Blank. Reno, Nevada, Cat 2. Lat, 39.499 lon, minus 119.76. One pilot's on this airport now.
so the English actually does need a little bit of work, a lot of work. So one pilot's at this airport, not on.
Sarah, Boeing 757 flight factor. No pilots in range of this airport now.
So there are no pilots in range of this airport right now.
Our current traffic.
So we have our current traffic.
Blank. We have 6 airplanes in air now. The blank.
So here's the list.
Tim.
We have Tim, who
Airbus A380 design with 504 passengers.
is in a... Wow! Can an Airbus really hold that many passengers? Anyway,
Took up from Los Angeles, California.
so he went from Los Angeles?
Course, Dallas/Fort
with
Worth, Texas.
500?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if it's a newer Airbus, I guess.
Did he specifically request that? I think he
don't
requested
know.
a new, I think he requested that plane be, changed. He probably designed a new plane. Anyway, so, well, I kind of did, yeah, anyway, so.
Course, Dallas/Fort Worth, Texas.
So he's heading to Dallas, Fort Worth. I've flown there, by the way, DFW. By the way, these are Declan's airplane mods. They rock.
Last known position, Los Angeles,
Last known
California.
position was Los Angeles.
Current state, New Mexico.
Current state is in New Mexico. Okay.
Blank. Brandon.
We have Brandon.
Airbus A380 Type 2 with 497 passengers. Took up from Dallas/Fort Worth, Texas. Course, Miami, Florida.
Oh.
Last known position, New Orleans, Louisiana. Current state, Louisiana. Blank. Noah T. Carver.
And then.
Oh!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Then we have Noah.
Airbus A320 with 112 passengers. Took up from Kodan Kastrup, Denmark. Course, Bratislava, Slovakia. Last known position, Ustinad Orlisy Vizok Mido, Czech Republic.
I'm not even gonna pronounce that, okay, guys?
Current state, Czech Republic. Blank. Joshua.
And then we have Joshua.
MC Donald Douglas DC 931 mod with 125 passengers. Took up from Alger, Algeria. Course, Rabat Sail, Morocco.
Oh, I know what task he's doing. I edited that.
Last known position, Oran, Algeria. Current state, Algeria. Blank. Hope Paulos.
And then we have Hope.
MC Donald Douglas DC 931 with 126 passengers. Took up from Ostrava Manov, Czech Republic. Course, Renault Tourani, Czech Republic.
Oh, I know what task she's doing. She's almost caught up to me.
Last known position, Prirov. Current state, blank, hiding. Test aircraft with 0 passengers.
Test aircraft? Okay.
Took up from Bratislava, Slovakia. Course, Zagreb, Croatia.
Maybe she's testing something?
Last known position, Bratislava,
boy.
Slovakia. Current, blank, blank, blank. Dashboard,
I
blank.
hope we don't come across the girl or the guy that was flying what was it, the cruise liner?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Really. I know.
Oh, I don't know how far that thing ever got.
So, I'm gonna go over how to turn certain things on when I collect passengers. When board passengers. But right now, we're going to be heading to park. And here's the procedure you're going to take when you're in the hangar. If you're in the hangar, you know you're facing west, so you roll forward with the home key. I'm going to be going about 62 to start out with until I get out of the hangar.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
Buckle up with Control B.
Buckle up.
On.
Check my speed with R.
52. 62.
Now the reason why I can go so fast is because I am very comfortable at doing this.
Minus 399.
I'm going to check my latitude.
3,846.
Sorry, my longitude with L.
3,757. 3,690. 3,626.
You might want to contact ground because if that runway is not free and you're going at that speed, you're going to need them to stop.
That's why I'm slowing down.
22/0. 13.
Now, there are two ways to slow down. I just did one of them, which is...
SK737, don't enter the runway.
So, this actually gives us time. Should I pull up until I hear the bell?
Yeah, you can stop when you hear the bell. That's how you'll know that that runway is not free.
Well, I know that. But I wanted them to
You
hear
can
it.
pull up until you hear it,
Yeah.
and then just stop.
So we have, this will give us time actually to talk about the procedure. So what I'm going to do is once I hear that it's free, I'm going to drive into that, well, taxi into that.
SK737, landing runway is free. You can roll to the parking position.
18. 32.
Once I hear it stop, I'm going to control right to go north.
Blank. North.
Now, I normally don't stop when I reach my parking position. What I'm going to do is first slow down.
19. 22.
What I'm going to do
24. Minus 183.
is once I get to that parking position, which is between 1 and 100, I'm going to hit Control plus W.
Minus 102.
This will give me permission, this will give me clearance to the gate. And the gates are either west or east of me.
13/2. Partly sunny temperature 9
Whoops.
SK737, roll to the gate 2.
So, I'm going to wait till I hear gates. I need
Which
to hit
gate did you get?
West.
2.
Oh, me too. What the heck?
Oh,
That's gonna be fun.
Gates.
now I'm going to taxi into the gates. I'm going to go a little faster.
Gates.
Because I am very comfortable doing this.
Check ground speed. Check ground speed.
Check ground speed means I'm
Check
going
ground
above 62 miles an hour.
62.
Gate 1.
Now, Alt Home will get me to full power,
one.
full thrust. Alt End will get me to stop. So I'm going to hit Alt End and delete to slow my speed. Delete will stop the
45.
speed.
2.
Now I'm going to hit my brakes totally with Alt End.
Gate 2. Gate 2.
I'm going to shut off the engines.
Gate 2.
Then I'm going to hit Control Shift E
Gate 2.
to top up my fuel. If I have my FMC, Flight Management Computer on, I can hit E.
1,883. 2,345. 2,895.
Okay,
two.
let me open the doors.
Blank.
No, with Control R,
Blank.
and then Control W, boys everyone.
2.
Now, suppose you don't like this sound. You hate it. You just hate it. You can hit Control, and you can hit Alt O.
Gate 2.
So I'm all topped up. I'm gonna F8. Well, I can.
Africa.
two.
215
I
blank.
can actually do the nearest airport, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to
Gate
do
two.
North America.
North America.
North America. USA. 100. USA.
Gate two.
Nebraska. Nevada.
Nevada.
Expanded. Carson City. Enterprise. 304
Enterprise. I'm going to
blank.
hit space.
Added to navigation. Enterprise.
two.
Blank.
You can add more than one airport.
116.
SK737, roll to the runway 3.
Okay.
Gate
So
2.
you can roll to, you can have more than one
Gate 2.
destination, but don't do it. So I just started my engines.
Gate
Don't do it
engaged.
because you're going to,
Gate 2.
you're just going to get in trouble. It'll overshoot. So I'm going to close the
Gate
doors
2.
with Control R. Now,
Gate 2.
here's where mapping comes in. I'm facing
Gate 2.
West.
west. I'm going to back up
Gate 2.
with backspace. I'm going to start rolling.
Gate 2.
And we're going to talk about
Gate 2.
what's new. I'm going to start turning stuff on
Gate 2.
with Control-Shift-Q,
Climate control on.
which turns on climate control. Control-Shift-S
Weather radar on.
turns on the storm radar. Control-Shift-C
TCAS on.
turns on TCAST. Control-S
Cabin lights on.
turns on cabin lights.
Control. No. Shift.
Is it? Yeah, Shift-S.
Shift S.
Yeah, and I'm holding down the right keystroke and saying the wrong one. So Shift-S
Gate 1.
turns on the inside lights, cabin lights.
Gate
Shift-F turns on the front lights.
Zero lights on.
Gate 1.
Shift-B turns on the back lights.
Tail lights on.
Control-Shift-P
Pressure on.
turns
Blank.
on the pressure thingy. Control-Shift-V
Environmental control on.
turns on the environmental controls.
Ooh, you might want to pay attention to your gate thing.
I got it.
Okay.
So when I hear the gate thing, since I'm facing west, I'm gonna turn left. No, I'm gonna turn right to go north.
Which runway did you get?
3.
I got 1, so I'm gonna start going over there for a second. I'll wait
Alright.
for you.
Okay. Let's just hope I don't nosedive into the ground. Now there are 2
West.
ways of taking off. I'm not using the Cessna, but I have an auto altitude thing.
Gates.
North.
So I just turned north with control
Gates.
right. I'm gonna start slowing down with alt
Gates.
end. Ah.
Gates.
Turn off the
Gates.
reverse with backspace. Okay,
Gates.
so there are 2 ways of taking off.
Gates. Gates.
30. 35.
Gates.
One of them is keep holding home until you get to your appropriate takeoff speed. And then once you reach it, hit down until you take off. I don't, because I have a different way of doing it. You can also hit Alt Home, and then once you reach your takeoff speed, which you're going to check with R, and you start pulling back on your stick with down arrow. Once your nose gets between 15 and 18, you should be taking off. Your flaps are with Control F.
Blank.
I'm gonna actually enter in. Oh boy, should I try the manual takeoff or just do it the way I'm used to?
Do it the way you're used to, because yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Altitude.
So
If you want to try it manually, you can.
I
but
really don't want to with this plane. It's temperamental.
Eurofly.
So I put in 500 for my auto altitude.
West.
So I turned into runway 3 with control left, and all this is going to seem very confusing. Slow down.
SK737, contact that tower to request a permission for taking off. We wish you a pleasant flight.
Alright, so I'm going to contact
Ground active
Tower.
116,6, approach 122,9.
Alt
Enter
F.
frequency. Not Eurofly.
3014.
Transponder.
Alt
Blank.
T. I'm going to hit
3014.
3014.
Identification confirmed.
So, the reason I'm going to do the way I'm used to is because this plane is finicky. I can look
Blank. Brief.
at
Blank.
the takeoff speed.
Airport. Pilot.
With
Sarah
control,
assistant co-pilot. Boeing 700 and number of seats. Number of passengers. Starting weight. Current weight. Maximum airspeed. Range. Ceiling. Takeoff speed. 145 miles per hour.
Now that
Takeoff
doesn't
speed. 140 blank.
that doesn't mean it's 145 miles an hour on the dot.
Landing airspeed. Current takeoff speed. 164 miles per hour.
So it's between
Current takeoff speed
145
100 and blank.
and
Blank.
164. There is a wind sound that you're going to hear once I get clearance and I'm actually in the air. I'm going to, once I hear that, I'm going to hit the delete key to cease or put a Sashura on. Guess that is a word.
We'll land 3-1 right.
The speeding up of the plane. I hate this part. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hate this part. It is nerve-wracking, and I have plowed myself into the ground. So, you're going to get clearance with F1.
SK737, all runways are currently in use. Please try again in a moment.
Or not. Sometimes you will have to wait.
I am gone. See you.
So, let's actually talk about the communicator. I'm going to hit Control plus Shift plus G.
Oh.
By the way, never hit Control G when you're on the ground. Ever. Just don't. You will crash. So now if I hit Tab...
Navigation. Enterprise. Messages channel 3.
I have an additional screen. I have 10 channels.
0.
0 is for the whole entire world.
1.
1 is for my largest distance, which I've forgotten all the numbers. 2. Channel 2 is for smaller distance.
3.
Channel 3 is for a narrower distance.
4.
4 is for an even narrower distance.
5.
5 is for like 50 miles. Planes, I think, within 50 to 100 miles from me. And we have private channels.
6.
6,
7.
7,
8.
and 8. We don't have a 9. Nope, we don't have a 9. So, I'm going to
0.
go to 0. Now, let's say it's active, extremely active, and I don't want to hear the beeps, bongs, boops, and stuff while I'm taking off. I'm going to hit space.
Muted.
And mute it. I hit space, and that unmutes.
Muted.
But
Muted.
I'm going to mute it.
Traffic. Multi-line. Dashboard.
I'm going to get back to my dashboard. I'm going to send a message.
Message.
With Alt
Blank.
plus G, I'm going to type, hello,
8.
they're all doing a walk through,
Space. Blank. U.
Eurofly
Blank.
with,
Blank. Blank.
no.
With selected.
While Twitch,
8.
join
N.
me at,
Blank.
and I'm going to give the address.
T. K. E. 7. M.
And I'm going to hit enter.
Eurofly.
Now,
Blank.
this message has not been sent right away. The server will check every 30 seconds for anything, actually. So it's a 30-second delay.
1723 traffic, 1 o'clock, 4 miles from
And as soon as, let's say Jesse sees it, now I'm not going to hear any tones because, like I said, I have everything muted and...
I just heard it. Just now.
Okay. So let's say he wanted to reply back. I can check in about a minute because I'm about to try and take off. I can check in about a minute and see if there are any messages. So the cool thing is...
Traffic. Messages
I
check
believe...
blank. Sarah.
Now I think I can hit enter.
Message. Selected Sarah. 0 miles. Hello there all. Doing a walkthrough of Eurofly while on Twitch. Sarah.
And
Sarah.
By the way,
0 miles.
just
Hello
to
there
let
all.
you
Doing a
know,
walkthrough of Eurofly
I'm
while on Twitch.
purposely
M.
still at my
M.
takeoff speed. I'm going very slow, and I'm just waiting for you. I do not want to be going at my maximum speed.
don't stall, don't stall.
Sarah. 0.
No, I'm going at 175.
Okay. So, so as you can see, we've done this like for a while. I can edit the not edit, but I can actually copy the message.
7.
I believe to the
7.
clipboard.
Yeah, that'll probably be good because you got a similar route flight
If
with the guy you're
I
following.
needed to get an email address or something.
Eurofly,
So I
blank.
just hit escape.
Traffic. Dashboard.
So
Blank.
let me try and get clearance.
SK737, you are clear to take off from the runway 3.
So let me explain what I'm going to do, because I will not have I will not be able to talk during this process. I'm going to be using the R key
Typical 24K, good morning,
check
Falcon
my
E190,
speed.
wind 2409, runway
You can say
319
R
for
for rate. I'm going to check the Z key, my altitude with the Z key.
0/500.
You're just going to hear 0 if you are on task
04
0.0.
following about 31 right.
Do I have a time limit, by the way, for takeoff? No, because I'm not using the timetable.
I'm not sure. No, I don't think so.
Since I'm not using the timetable, I think I'm good. I'm going to check the pitch of my nose
12.
with T, and I don't mean pitch as in singing. I mean pitch as in degrees. There is pitch, there is Z, no, there's pitch, there's yaw, and there is roll. Yaw, I think, is left and right. Anyway, you guys can look this up yourselves. I'm going to now hit Alt Home as soon as I hear the wind noise. I'm going to hit delete to suspend or put a Sashura on speed, the speed of the plane. I'm then going to raise my flaps at 4 meters, well, about 4, and then I'm going to raise my landing gear at about 20, and then you'll see what happens. The plane will speed up. So I'm going to hit Alt Home. And I will not be able to talk through any of this.
40/610. 60/610. 96/612. 107/610. Blank.
SK737 climb and continue heading west.
16/500. 20/.
If I did this right,
Takeoff successful.
which I did,
SK737 climb to 500 and set heading towards your destination.
the plane does speed up
175 crosswind from right.
to 175. So, what I'm gonna do is gun it with Alt Home. Now, my plane has auto navigation, but if I hit N
138 left bearing
or
132.
compass needle, I'll know what direction I need to go.
138 left bearing 132.
I can hit left 138 times.
SK737 continue on your present course and altitude.
I can hit left 138 times. I can hit shift left or shift right to go 10 degrees, or I can hit control left and control right to go in the cardinal direction. So there are many ways to check your thing. Now,
Blank.
I'm going to actually manually, oh dear,
Blank.
I'm going to actually manually
Blank west. Blank south.
turn. These planes do not turn on a dime, so be aware of this.
91 left bearing 100. 80 left bearing 132. 48 left bearing 100 and
10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
South.
6, 7, 8.
ahead bearing 132.
SK737 climb and maintain 9,500.
Okay,
11. 15.
so I just hit my down arrow to pull my stick back, and I check the pitch of my nose
15.
with T.
838.
So 396 Gate Alpha on a citation, runway 22 left to the left.
Flying right by Carson City Airport right now.
Let's,
Reno, 4 miles. Reno, 4 miles. 610 crosswind from left. Reno, 5 miles.
Okay, 559, roger.
that's probably
Actually, it's 18 miles ahead of me. No, it's actually, I'm passing
Ahead bearing 132.
by it, but it picked me up on the control tower.
I wonder why you're going that way, because
I left, I think, going east?
no, I left going west.
No, me.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you're taking a slightly different route. So I'm gonna check my altitude with Z.
2,565.
I have runway 31 left, 539.
Now, several things can happen here, which I'm not looking forward to. If I hear my TCAS go off, I follow its directions, not the control towers. I also have to be careful, because if I descend too fast, I'm going to plow right into the ground. So 15 degrees should be enough, minus 15 degrees should be enough to descend. Should be.
SK737, you are leaving the airspace of
You have entered aerospace on a
Transponder.
I'm going to squawk,
5, 4, 2, 8.
2K.
enter.
Oh no, you're going the same direction I am, I think, because I hit that airport too.
Carson City, 13 miles.
I'm 13 miles.
American 950 Heavy, Juliet, show to 20.
So, my plane has auto nav,
Automatic navigation on.
which I just turned on with control P.
American 225, red
No,
Juliet,
sorry,
show to 20.
Alt P. Control P, I don't think does anything. Not that I know of, anyway. You will never have to worry about. You won't have to worry about this yet. F2 identifies. When you reach any state, country, you better do that. Because if you don't, you're gonna get shot down.
5,675.
My auto altitude, I'm not going to do because if my TCAS goes off, I cannot overwrite it, I don't think. I've tried. It doesn't really work too well.
SK737, descend to 6,000.
So I'm going to do that.
Luckily, I'm almost at my altitude. I was
Minus 10. 6,402.
Oh, you got told to descend to 6,000. I got told to climb to 9,500.
6,200 and 6,196. 6,100. 6,109. 0.
Whoops, I'm going to start leveling off.
Minus 3.
A little bit.
6,086. 0.
So I'm at 6,086, okay.
Ahead bearing 132.
My auto navigation will keep it from drifting. To the left or right. My
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
So that's on the yaw axis.
583, wind 2309, runway 31 left, go take off.
And then there's also roll, which, well,
I'll be there at about
climb and
9:29.
11.
by the way, this will go on your time zone.
Navigate Enterprise, 314 miles ahead, 30 minutes.
230,
Enterprise, 314 miles ahead, 30 minutes.
I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Dashboard.
Now, to check my actual
Eurofly.
time,
Flag.
I'm going to hit Control N.
Flag. 312 miles, Enterprise, 6:31 and 20 seconds PM.
6:31 and 20 seconds.
Oh, so you and I will literally arrive almost at the same time.
6,810.
559 in contact, Force around 35 now, I'll relay the information. Okay, thanks.
6,965.
I'm going to start leveling off.
1. 7,040. 0.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
After Carson City,
334 miles, USA, Arizona, 32-minute flag.
I think
Tower Delta
I'm going to be by myself.
over Sulphur Division
Yep,
13
you are.
A
Okay.
long
Only 13 left for the land.
I've done this flight, actually.
SK737, you are leaving the aerospace of our airport.
Now,
We wish you a safe flight.
here's some fun things I can do. I'm going to hit
Flag.
Control L.
Can I get you anything?
White coffee, black milk chocolate, cola,
I'm going to choose the cola.
Eurofly.
This will take a moment.
New 121,6. Enter free. 6. Eurofly.
So I just changed frequencies.
Here you are, your cola.
Now, you know why I chose this. Here's why. Oh, I'm gonna hit Control K now.
Clouds.
The first time I heard that, I was roaring with laughter.
Gentlemen.
Yep.
If you're in a Cessna, you will have to constantly be keeping an eye on your navigation and anything like that. Now, I'm not turboing this, even though I can, because it doesn't really matter for me. Not for another few months. It doesn't matter at all, in fact. Now, after we actually do this successful flight, I do want to go over an SOS landing. So we're going to be doing the same flight. I just hope I don't have any failures.
Now I'm going by Walker Lake. By the way, guys, the reason why I know where I'm going is because I have this set to to a level where it tells me, and she might not get these points because I'm actually running OpenStreetMap.
I am too.
So I'm getting, okay, so I'm actually getting right now a lot of detail.
North America.
I'm in North America.
USA, Nevada.
USA.
Leon County. Leon County.
Leon County.
Blank. 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 Blank.
That's it, actually. Wait, why isn't it showing my point of I can't just hit the...
Because I guess there's nothing like around you. Like right now it says, for me it says Walker, for me it says Mineral County, Walker Lake Valley.
And that's just by tapping 0, right?
No, I'm tapping the numbers.
Well, I know.
North America.
1, 2, 3.
Blank.
Or if you want to, if you hit Q by itself, it'll tell you everything.
Q. Is that something new? Or something I forgot?
It's been there. It's something that you've probably forgotten. It'll tell you, it'll read you like your whole entire... Like, it'll tell you like what's... Like, basically like your points of interest, you know, whatever's like immediately around you.
Let's see.
North America, USA, Nevada, Mineral County, Walker Lake Valley.
Nice.
North America, USA, Mineral County, Walker Lake Valley, blank.
Yep. So, I mean, this probably is something I forgot because, well, I don't use it. And yes, I have been playing Eurofly off and on for about 2 years. So, So, let me check my navigation.
Ahead bearing 132.
My altitude.
7,441.
My direction with S.
132.
Now guys, the reason I'm not giving that many keystrokes is because I've already gone over them. And the way I often, well, I mean, okay, if I were doing this in person, I would be giving keystrokes again until someone got it. But since this can be rewound, I hope, but since this can be rewound once I upload the audio, you guys can go over the keystrokes. So direction is S.
132.
Z.
7,422.
Compass needle, the direction that you're supposed to be going.
Ahead bearing 132.
Is N. Control N.
264 miles. Enterprise 6:31 and 35 seconds p.m.
Okay. Okay. So let's check to see.
Traffic.
If I have
Multi-line. Messages channel 0 mute flag. Jesse, 4 miles. Hi there people, just here on my way as well. Noah T. Harbor, 5,845 miles, just unloading passengers and wondering where I should fly to next. Jesse, 9 miles, cool. Noah T. Harbor, 5,851
Oh, that's another
miles,
feature.
GRB
Now,
just resetting the program, flag, navigation, dashboard,
TCAS percent. TCAS percent.
14,
15.
15 degrees, is that enough?
Percent.
I think,
TCAS percent.
7,731.
is it saying,
TCAS percent.
I think it's saying ascend, is it?
15,
I'm going up.
TCAS percent.
7,941, 7,999, 8,069.
We'll see.
Altitude, 6, 0, 0, 0, Eurofly.
So
And by the way,
was
these
TCAS.
events are totally random. This is not something that,
That wasn't planned, you guys.
7,784/6,000.
And as you can see, I don't handle these as calmly as Jesse does. Yet.
7,313/6,000.
But now I just use my auto elevator to go down to 6,000 because I like to follow control tower's instructions, even though I'm not really near an airport.
6,700
Alright,
blank.
so the new thing now. You were saying? I think your controller fell asleep.
sorry about that, my controller again. But yeah, no, the new thing is that now when you're in messages, you can tell
Traffic.
where
Messages
the
channel 0
other
mute.
person is in
List.
miles or
Noah T.
kilometers
Harbor,
away from you.
5,851 miles. BRB
It
guys.
said that
Just resetting
Sarah
the program.
was 4 miles from me.
at the time of
Which-
that writing, which isn't true
Mhm.
now.
Traffic dashboard. Message. Dot. 8. N. N. Dot. Eurofly.
I think
Oh.
What's up
Oh,
now?
that's mine. Oops.
Oh,
Now I have a TCAST alert.
you're probably getting away from me.
Yeah, but it's a miracle you didn't get an alert either.
That was probably, well, I probably got way away from you.
Messages
So
channel
if we
0
take
mute.
a look at traffic,
List. Traffic. Multi-line. Blank. Lat. There. 1 pilots on this airport. Jesse. 2 pilots. Jesse. Sarah. Boeing 700. 2 pilots in range of this airport now. Jesse. Sarah. Boeing 757 flight factor. Our current traffic. Blank. We have 9 airplanes in
these
the air
are
now.
not in alphabetical
The complete list
order,
is below.
unfortunately.
Blank. Tim. Airbus A300 and it took up from Los Angeles, California.
Except, I don't know, I think they're sorted by distance?
Course.
Like from
Dallas
me?
/ Fort. Last known. Current. Blank.
Yes.
Brandon. Airbus A took up from Dallas /
Yeah,
Fort
because
Worth,
Brandon's
Texas.
Tim was in Los Angeles, Brandon's in
Course.
Dallas.
Last current blank. Joshua MC Donald Douglas DC 931 mod took up from Algeria.
Well, okay, maybe it's, I don't know.
Course. Last current blank. Mickey 86.
Oh!
Boeing 787 Dreamliner with 280 passengers. Took up from Praha Ruzini. Check course. Last known position. Praha
I'm just
Ruzini,
arrowing through,
Czech
I'm not
Republic.
going to read the whole thing.
Current state blank. Pope Paulos. MC Donald Douglas DC 931 with 89 passengers. Took up from Brno to Reni. Course. Last known. Current state. Czech blank. Jesse. Boeing 757 flight factor with 97 passengers. Took up from Reno, Nevada. Course. Enterprise, Nevada. Last known position. Carson City, Nevada.
Ooh, Big Smoky Valley.
Current state. Nevada.
Oh, nice.
Dashboard. Navigation.
Let's see where I am.
Enter. Messages channel 0.
Whoops.
Nav. Dashboard. North America, USA, Nevada, Mineral County.
Flying over Esmeralda County.
I know where you are. I've been through there.
North America, USA, Nevada, Mineral County.
I'm still in Mineral County.
USA, Nevada. Mineral County. Blank.
Douglas.
Let's see what the real weather's like. I'm going to hit Shift W.
Jasna Aloha temperature 6 pressure 1017 humidity 38 visibility 16,093 windy northeastern 2 miles per hour.
Okay.
North America, USA, Nevada, Esmeralda County.
Now I'm in Esmeralda. If I wanted to be mean, I could turbo, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to be doing this in real time, you guys. So it's literally going to take
Navigate total Enterprise 215 miles ahead 21 minutes. Dashboard blank.
21 minutes. And once you get everything set, I mean, you really don't need to do much except keep an eye on your screens, squawk when necessary.
And a little storm. And wait, I think I was in a storm and in a turbulent zone.
Fun. I just got through a turbulent zone. Now, if I really wanted to, I can increase that turbulent area, and I can increase the turbulences if I really wanted to.
Yeah, then you can call it then you can really call it the Vomit Comet flight.
I've been on a few of those. I was heading off from Dallas, I believe it was. Some airport in Texas, I think it was. And we were flying over, of course, Arizona. Let's just say I thought I was going to get sick. Now, let me order another drink.
What would you like?
White coffee, black coffee, milk chocolate, cappuccino, espresso, latte macchiato, macchiato, cola, macchiato, Eurofly.
This will take a moment.
I've had a macchiato. They're all right. I've also had a macchiato. They're all right in real life. Let's see. Did I miss anything in terms of what's new and keystrokes and everything? I mean, I could go over it now.
Not really.
Okay, some of the stuff I can't go over because it's not ready. But
not really. The only thing would be the multiple
yeah,
legs.
but I can't go over that yet.
What else? No, you've gone over the chat. You've gone over the communicator. You've gone over the menus.
I
Really,
went over how to
I mean,
information. No, I didn't go over landing yet. I didn't go over landing
No.
yet. We will do that, and then we're going to do the same free flight, but do an SOS landing. Which is going to be fun. You can do one too if you want.
Yeah, why not?
You haven't done one yet. I mean, that can be useful, you guys, by the way, if you need to abort a flight. But you will need to redo it if you do a task and you cannot have another SOS in a day. That's it. You're only allowed one. So I'm using my one for today. So again, just to reiterate, you will request clearance to take off and land with F1. You will also check your airports, what's nearby.
0 airports in range. The closest is Carson City, 147 miles.
Identification
Turbulence.
for state is F2.
Oh, Control Shift N to clear your navigation.
That's the one I forgot. I normally never use it, but you might need to if you accidentally add something. Now, if you do that when you're in the air, you're going to lose the company money. So don't do it. Which actually that makes perfect sense because now you kind of it lost sight of the plane and so don't do it unless you have to. Then you could probably do your SOS landing and just try the flight again if you need to.
No, what would be really good if they had this working is, let's say that you had to divert somewhere for whatever reason, fuel or whatever, you should be able to replace your destination with your new one, and then land there, do whatever you need to do, and then just continue with the other one.
That would be nice. But in that case, you probably would need to plan out. For now, you will need to actually make a plan in your head.
Clouds.
Oh, I know what I forgot to go over. So I have my hand at home row. You're going to need to know these keys when you're going to need to avoid countries. So J
204 miles USA, Arizona, 20 minutes.
tells me what's in front of my nose, and I'm not talking about the nose on my face. U
USA, Utah, 262 miles.
tells me what's to my left. I
USA, California,
tells
29
me
miles.
what's to my right.
194 miles USA, California, 19 minutes.
M tells me what's behind me. O does something,
Relat. Blank.
but I'm not really sure what that does.
0 8 USA, 202 USA, Oregon. 232 USA,
It looks
Idaho.
like
Oh, I think
200,
tells you
332
like what's
USA,
to
Arizona.
your degrees, like it'll do like a
332
scan.
looks like it is actually.
0 US, Relat. 0 USA, Arizona. 8 USA, California. 202 USA, Oregon. 202
degrees.
USA, Oregon.
I'm gonna actually get out of this in
Blank.
case I need
Blank.
to do something. This is getting rough. I know this area in real life.
North America, USA, Nevada, Esmeralda County.
It's gonna get rough here. Yeah, I think O does like a scan or something. Now, if I hit, is it Alt N? For the
Yep.
Automatic navigation on.
So, I'm not going to use this ever.
Automatic navigation on.
Let's say I drift.
4 left bearing 100. 4 left bearing 100. 7 left bearing 100.
Well,
33.
I guess I need to drift a little bit more.
South.
Yeah,
I can actually hear the direction. I can hear the direction that my thing is. Now, I'm going to actually turn on auto navigation.
Automatic navigation on.
Now this is getting annoying, so I'm going to shut
Automatic
it
navigation
off.
on.
Another reason, I just thought about something. Another reason that could come in handy, I know it's annoying, but another thing that it could come in handy is, let's say that you've gotten thrown off by one of those big storms.
Oh yeah.
You can use that to kind of get your bearings towards where your airport is.
Now, because I know my compass very well,
Ahead bearing
I don't need that.
132.
But for someone who really does not know the compass, like the degrees and the bearings and everything like that, that can be useful. The reason...
I just figured out another keystroke. If you know what degrees your airport is, you can tell your plane to turn to that course by hitting Alt-S and typing in the degrees.
Is that something new, or did you just never use it?
I think it's something new in this, well, at least I found out about it in
Ahead
this
bearing
version.
132.
However, be careful you don't do what I did, because I thought, well, I'll put this while I'm on the runway, you know, whatever, set my course. Well, the plane will literally turn to that course and off the runway.
That's another thing, you guys. Do not, when you're in a category 2 or 3 plane, do not, and I repeat, do not turn on auto navigation until you are told to, well, actually, I do it at 500 meters. This is the equivalent, if you're flying, I believe, to resuming GPS navigation. If you do this and you're on the runway, you're gonna crash. Now, this just dawned on me last week, by the way.
Oh, you're getting a lot of turbulence all of a sudden.
Like I said, I know this area for real.
Oh,
This
I'm in
area
Nye County.
is turbulent.
North America, USA, Nevada, Nye County.
So am I. I remember this actually in real life because, well, I almost got sick. Oh, and I think I spilled, let's see, a coffee, a chocolate. I think I've spilled a Coke.
And I am 113 miles away.
Left 134 miles. Left.
Yeah, I'm 134 miles away. Yeah, the Alt-S thing I actually didn't know about. That must be something new, or we just forgot about it. I'm not about to go trying that while in the air.
That can be nice and slow down.
Well, we are gonna have to go over landing.
No, I mean, that could be nice and slow down and wait for you.
What I want you to maybe do is be in a holding pattern until I get there.
Okay, I mean, we're almost gonna be basically...
Just don't hit me.
No. Well, I'm 105 miles, so I'm gonna get there maybe a couple, like maybe about a minute or two ahead of you. But I'll wait for you.
23. 17.
Mine.
No, I know that's yours, that's not mine.
6,546. 6,638. 6,731.
I hope this is enough.
Altitude. Flag. 6, 9, 9. Eurofly. Altitude 6.
And I'm flying over Mr. Hush Hush site.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm flying over this grid with different area numbers.
Whatever it is, whatever he just said, you didn't hear it, you don't know what it is, and you have now forgotten it.
Trust me, I don't even know what these things are. I just saw these on the map. I'm like, oh, what is this thing?
I do know what they are.
Whatever it is, whatever it. I was like, oh, the first time I just found out about this like this week when I started using like more like the OpenStreetMaps. I'm like, Sarah, what are these?
6,033/6,000.
And yeah,
I basically told him not to say anything.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, but I mean, it's just some stuff that you fly over on your way to Reno and stuff.
Even in real life, I'm sure I've flown over it.
Mm-hmm.
Very quickly.
close? Let's see. Okay.
North American USA
88
Nevada
miles
County.
away.
Nice.
109 miles Enterprise 6:33
109.
and 55 seconds PM.
You think I should start going down a little bit?
How high are you?
9,934 meters, and I'm about 85 miles away.
Drop to 6,050 meters. Miles, rather. Actually, just drop to it now. So as you can see, guys, we've done this before. Actually, we did this in the form of text. You want to tell the story?
Basically, she was going home. Yes, I know this because we actually did meet each other in person. So we hadn't planned what I'm going to tell you about, though. We literally met, whatever. We spoke on the phone. We were talking with each other, blah, 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 blah. So that week when she left, I told her, I'm going to do something really stupid, and I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to try to do the route. She was in St. Louis going home, and she goes, okay, what are you going to do? So I told her. She started laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to try it, and if it doesn't work, oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go ahead, I tell her, when are you leaving home? She goes, I'm going to Vegas International at about, whatever. I think it was like 4 or 5, whatever time it was when you were leaving supposedly.
Yeah.
So
We'll
we
get
were
to that.
texting or whatever. She texts me, oh, I'm here in St. Louis, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to get my stuff, started up. Keep in mind I was using the older version, which was a lot more simpler. So she goes to me, we're leaving at such and such time, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go get my lunch. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
So I start, doing whatever I gotta do, whatever. I put in the thing, and she messages me. We start messaging each other. Hey, what's up? How are you? How was your trip? So she goes to me, you might want to wait because we're delayed. I go, oh, no big deal. Okay, I'll just wait. And I'm waiting. You're gonna have to wait, Jesse, because our plane got a flat tire. I'm like, what? Okay. Fine. Keep me on alert on what's going on. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and I'm literally chowing down my dinner because I'm like, if she leaves, well, I mean, I could have still caught up to her, because it was a 2-hour flight.
It was supposed to be about 3.
3-hour flight, 2-hour flight.
But anyway, go ahead.
So she's texting me over dinner. I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, I'm eating dinner, blah, 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 this and that. So I get back to my room. And keep in mind, she thinks I'm using Flight Sim, FSX.
Yeah.
So she goes to me, do your checklist, and when you get to blah, blah, blah area, wait. I go, okay, but I'm using Eurofly. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and I put in, Vegas is my destination, and she goes to me, okay, I think they're loading up people, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, this is all by text. I mean, she could have called me at this point if she would have wanted to, because she was still at the airport, but, whatever. So we were texting, and I go ahead, and she tells me, well, I gotta go. I go, okay. So I go, I get my runway, whatever. I wait about maybe 2-3 minutes. and I go and get clearance, and I just go.
North America, USA, Nevada,
And
Knight
I
County,
go,
Area 22,
I
Nevada,
hope I
National
did
Security
this on
Site.
time. Well, I'm flying, whatever.
Meanwhile,
I tried.
I'm giving him instructions.
Yeah,
over
she's telling me
text.
do this, do that. I think we're over here. Blah 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 blah. This and that. And well, to make a long story short, we literally got there. What was it? 4 to 5 minutes apart. Almost. 3
Yeah.
to 4 minutes apart. I mean, literally, she checks in on Swarm. I'm at Vegas International. I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't know if she wants me to. And I check and I go, oh, and I message her. I'm on final approach. Now that basically means that I'm on my way down and I'm getting prepared for landing. So she goes, no. She never responded to me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna land and I'm gonna tell her whatever. And I message her, landing successful or something. And I checked the time, whatever. I checked her time when she checked on Swarm. And yeah. And
Yeah. By
that
this
was
time, I
really
think I was
cool.
using Ira to get to the gate and find my luggage. And that was a mess, but yeah. Yeah, that was, we did it. I mean, we basically, we did that route, and it was actually really cool.
And
49 miles at flag.
I also did that when she went to Costa Rica. I literally did the route from Panama to Vegas. Keep in mind, good thing it was on a Friday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was on a Friday. Even though if it would have been on a Saturday, I would have done it as well because I didn't have anything to do the next day.
Yeah.
Because I was literally almost up to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
I know, well, I was literally up to 2 because then I started talking to you a little bit, when you got home.
That's right.
But it was cool. By the way, you're almost about to get to
Zero
the
airports in
control
range.
tower.
The closest is Enterprise, 42
Because
miles.
I just got told to descend to 100.
Nice. I'm not gonna make my descent until I'm told I'm high enough where I can get away with it.
Oh no, I've started descending now. I'm at 3,000.
Okay.
Going down to 100 now. Well, I was at 5,000. I was at 6,000, and I'm descending down to 100.
That should make it easier if you extend your flaps. So, guys, landing is going to be interesting. If you look at your landing speed, the higher number, you want to try and make it up there. The way you're going to do that is not by slowing down to that. If you're in a Category 1 plane, you're going to go about 10 to 12 miles above your highest landing speed.
33-mile flag.
If I lower my landing gear, oh jeez. I hope I don't crash. If I lower my landing gear right now and check my speed,
598/.
I'm gonna raise it. I was 20 miles below what I did.
Sierra Kilo 737. You have entered the airspace of the new airport.
600. Transponder.
4949. Sierra Kilo 737. Radar contact has been established. Your identification is confirmed.
I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna wait for you the minute I get to
descend to 100 meters.
to
Contact the control tower to request landing clearance 2 kilometers.
Vegas International.
Okay.
Okay, Roger. So you still want to land?
So, what I'm gonna do is extend my flaps,
Altitude.
enter my altitude of
Left
150.
0. Eurofly. On. 26-mile flag.
Leaving clouds.
So what I was saying was I am 20 miles, so 610 to about 580. So what I'm gonna do is slow down to about 200. Actually,
Pre-flight.
this.
Current rate ceiling. Takeoff landing. Current takeoff speed.
Minus
Current landing airspeed.
140 to
163 miles per hour. Current landing airspeed. 163 miles per hour. Current landing airspeed. 145 miles per hour.
45 to 163. So again,
610 crosswind from flag.
if I lower my landing gear very quickly,
592 crosswind from 592.
1503, contact
592.
25-7.
So 610
Flag.
minus 592
3,668/150.
is
1-2 Golf here with you outside Zappo. For the ILS only
18, so 20. I'm going to round up to 20. So 163, 73, 83. I'm going to slow down to about 185. And I hope I do this right.
Bravo in uniform.
Because it actually has been a while
11 miles at flag.
since I have flown this plane. I know I shouldn't be telling you guys this, but it has actually been a while since I have flown this plane. So, what I'm going to do to slow down
610 8,6 meet flag.
is start slowing down
1903/100 flag.
with Alt End.
So the 396, cross seats ready, Juliet, taxi straight Alpha, I'm under the ground.
And I'm going to keep an eye on my speed with R.
536/0 crosswind from left.
American 171, radio transition. Did you, contact your phone? Sergeant 117,
449/0 crosswind
My
from
goal
left.
is to slow down to about 186. Because I like to come in at least 2 to 3 miles above my landing speed.
390/0 crosswind from left.
Anyway.
593/150.
My auto navigation is actually going to put me in a holding pattern, by the way.
341/0 crosswind from left. 301/0 crosswind from
I'm going
left.
to be reaching my 150 right about,
285/150.
well, in about 5 seconds.
266/0 crosswind from left.
I hate this part.
238/0 crosswind from left. 215/0.
Okay, so now I'm going to cease. I'm slowing down. I'm going to slow down by hand by tapping end. And keeping an eye
198
on
crosswind.
my speed.
194 crosswind from left. 149. 0. 150.
There we go.
194 crosswind from right. 190 crosswind from 189 crosswind from 186 dead line 2.
I'm just waiting for you.
0,6 meet at flag.
Should I lower my landing gear now? If I really wanted to?
You should be able to.
I want to check my speed.
22 altimeter 29 or 89
169/167
going?
cross 100 flag. 167 flag.
167.
Number 6188, left here, left.
So, what I'm going to do, that should work. So what I'm going to do is hit F1.
Sierra Kilo 737, this is the control tower. You are cleared to land.
I'm going to lower my landing gear.
To land.
I'm going to lower my nose to
-8.
about
-11.
-10.
129. 120.
Check my altitude with Z.
115. 105. 94. 85. 77. 67. 58. 49.
I'm going to position my hands on Alt End. I'm not going to hit it yet. Now I'm going to hit it. Alt End. Keep an eye on my speed.
146/0.
Stop the slowing down at around 60 to 70 miles an hour.
103/0. -1,197. 75/0. 62. 73. 72. 72.
Number 6188.
-800.
You're going to hear a bell.
Number 6188, can you tap through and right for the line?
That's not for me. That's actually for other planes to stop!
557 JetBlue 609.
Minus 496.
slow down.
wind 230 at 9, runway 13 right short.
57 slash 52 slash 0. 40 slash 0. 36. Minus 280.
My goal is to get from between 0 and 100
Minus 169.
units for parking. I can normally do this by
Minus 84.
time distance.
36.
Yes, Marshall 7020.
Minus 39.
I'm going to slow down.
22 slash 0. 15 slash 2802.
I made it.
953 heavy.
Parking position.
The end of the
Now I'm
runway
gonna
there,
let
the departure in a little bit.
pass
So the
it
takeoff
out.
distance now 11,240 feet.
Oh, stop screaming. Stop your screaming.
Oh, mine aren't screaming.
Probably my landing was a little too fast. Quit your screaming and get off the plane. Stop your screaming. Shut up.
Oh no, that must be that stupid bug. The haunted plane.
What?
So 396 Gate Alpha citation, runway 20
So,
left to the
if
wind.
you're doing a task, you don't need to do this. Unless you have like a multi-leg task or something. You don't absolutely need to do what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to show now the final thing. How to pull my plane into the hangar. Now, again, you do not have to do this, so if you want to, you can stop the tutorial now. But for those who want to actually learn how to pull their plane into the hangar, let me see if I can close the door. So, I'm going to go at about 2 miles an hour and turn
Blank. West. South.
south.
County 522, you've been canceled. We take it back to Floyd. We'll call in short.
Oh, let me switch to ground.
Ground 115,7 approach. Enter. 8. 7. Eurofly.
Kilo 737, greetings. This is ground and welcome.
Okay, cool.
185 south. 24. 38. 32.
Waiting till I hear a ding, because then after that I'm gonna turn
South.
I'm gonna turn east when I hear the ding in my left ear.
East.
Sierra Kilo
3,197 blank.
runway is clear. Taxi depart.
Except I'm not gonna be doing that.
3,288. 3,329.
I'm checking my longitude with L.
3,390. 3,428.
Now I'm gonna check.
Relat.
Oh, whoops.
Blank.
Nope.
3,474. Hangar closed.
Open the hangar. I did that with O. Check that with O, and then open the hangar with
3,610.
Control O. Now.
32. 3,668. 3,722. 3,007. 15. 3,826.
Slowed down a bit because I need time to react.
3,865.
At about 3,400 is where the hangar is.
3,907. 3,930. 3,954. East.
Keep in mind I'm going east.
3,986.
Okay, almost there.
Hang.
Okay, slow down to 1 and
Blank.
start
North. West.
turning west. I don't crash. Okay, I think I'm gonna be okay.
(310/west).
And I'm gonna shut off the plane.
Automatic shut off.
Everything shuts off. Shut off the
Strobe lights off.
strobe lights.
Tail lights off.
Backlights with Alt F and Alt B. Sorry, Shift F and Shift B respectively. Shut off the
Cabin lights off.
cabin lights. I think that's about it. That's off. So I'm going to close the hangar door. With Control plus O. And that's it. I'm now going to
abort flight, press enter. Otherwise, press any key.
Blank.
And hit enter. Let's try that again.
To abort flight, press enter.
Blank.
Eurofly.
And that's it. That is a look at the new Eurofly, which will be released on Sunday. I could not go over the legs because that's not really ready yet. And I think that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, you can contact me on Twitter at KE7ZUM. You can also email me at tffppodcast@gmail.com. And I will talk to all of you later.